Next Saturday marks 1 year since the May 16th tornadoes tore through North St. Louis, leaving behind a trail of devastation. Community advocate and radio host Stefan West has become a familiar voice calling for help in his Fountain Park neighborhood. 1 year later, he is still pushing forward.
Our Travis Cummings met up with West just outside his front door and retraced the steps they first walked together after the storm.
Inside my home, I could just move on now. You know, my home is feeling good on the inside.
Outside, though, a stark reminder still stretches across his Fountain Park neighborhood.
I remember a lot of just noise, destruction, head just going in all directions.
1 year ago, this is where I met Stefan West on Fountain Avenue, helping neighbors clear debris left behind by the May 16 tornado.
What told you, like, I need to do something right away?
I think that's just that basic human instinct. Like when you see something wrong or you see somebody in need, you know, you just help. You know, that's the St. Louis that I grew up in, I grew up in and I was raised in, that sense of community. You know, not just, you know, this is everybody's problem right now. This park was filled with trees. You know, these beautiful homes were, you know, together. I mean, we didn't get as much sun in this park, I'll tell you that.
Remnants of those trees are all that's left, opening the skyline and reshaping the neighborhood. But some landmarks damaged during the storm are standing again, including the iconic Dr. King statue.
We didn't know if it was ever going to come back, so the fact that it came back is a blessing, and that was a reminder also of the resilience of the neighborhood.
On West's block, there are signs of renewal.
What are you experiencing personally with your restoration?
So personally, right now, we're still going back and forth with the insurance company. So what I noticed inside during the tornado was that I felt my house kind of shift. So I'm still dealing with it.
Others aren't as far along.
I know people that don't even have a top floor, and they're still going back and forth on insurance. So I mean, the idea that this is over and that was last year. Nah, we still living with it.
Even with the challenges, West says the storm changed how neighbors show up for one another.
And to live through something like that, it actually shifted my mind and it back to where I think it needed to be, which is community. And I think a lot of people are still realizing that.
Those connections, he says, remain strong.
Now, this whole circle around the park, I'm familiar with everybody now. So that's kind of giving me more of a sense of like safety, community, you know, more of appreciation for our neighborhood.
Still, residents say rebuilding efforts have come with delays and gaps in support.
I don't have the resources myself, you know, but if there's anything that I can do for us to give time and stuff like that, I can do that.
Some believe help could have arrived sooner.
They could have probably came out more on the cleanup side of things, like, you know, because people didn't have access to their streets and that sort of thing. And on the federal side, I feel like they probably could have cut the checks for people a lot sooner.
Even now, West says gratitude remains top of mind.
I'm very grateful to be here.
And as work continues in this park,
We're going to get it full of water.
the space is slowly becoming a place for new memories.
We were tested by this tornado, but it didn't break us.
Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
Of course, upkeep is still being done in and around the park. This week, our crew saw city crews out and working to keep things spruced up. As we've been highlighting, the need is greater than ever to help your neighbors. 5 on your side is teaming up with the Urban League for a telethon, rebuilding St. Louis 1 year later. I'll host the program that airs Friday, May 15th from noon until 1. You can donate money, essential items, or just volunteer your time. There are 2 ways to donate or sign up right now. Just grab your phone and scan the QR code on your screen, or just text the word RECOVER to 314-425-5355. And we thank you for your generosity.